run away from who are missing, who started the game against Rentals, who are missing today, like Tafago Jaravan. We have Saondo is limping. We have another 2 guys who are limping. So basically, we are missing our senior guys, but we managed to register 30 players, so anyone can play.
Interesting perspective coming through from the 2 coaches, and of course, interestingly, Chief Justice Majavi, something that we love to see in local football, with Rodwo Shinyengetere already the assistant coach of Caps United. Your take on that, and how players need to get the badges, even still, when they're still playing?
No, I want to salute Caps United for doing that, giving him an opportunity before and into a good transition from a player to a coach whilst he's still active, and it's very much important for them. And the Caps United, they did very
I believe it's the culture that we need to cultivate amongst our players as well, and also as club to take responsibility and encourage the players to do so, so that we build, you know, a certain culture within the club itself, particularly with former players and how they take care of former players.
Exactly. This is how it should be done. You know, if you see teams in Europe, that's what they do. They still they don't retire players, but they actually work with them, is give them positions whilst they are still active. Then they decide. Some of them you've seen they are getting badges whilst they are playing. So like what they did now to Rodwo, it's very good, and this is what we want to see from all other teams.
And of course, Jemba, your prediction. I know this is the moment you don't like so much, but I have to put you on your head on the block to give us what you expect in this one.
Let me just be specific today. 1-0 win for TelOne.
1-0 for TelOne. Justice Chief Majavi, your prediction?
I think a 1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw. So we're almost ready for the first half of this, what promises to be an exciting counter this afternoon. Caps United themselves at home, taking on TelOne, desperate for a victory to ease the relegation fears this season. So without much further ado, let's take you to Stanley Katsande, who will be giving us commentary together with John Kani as his analyst.
A very good afternoon to all, and welcome to Rufaro Stadium. This is the home of Caps United, the home of football. And of course, these 2 teams, well, they don't have much to fight for, especially Caps United. Well, they've already avoided relegation on 43 points and lying 8th. So definitely life is fairly easy. And these fans do know that, look, their team is out of danger. But of course, for TelOne, they have to find something, you know, here, avoid a defeat, pick up a point, and try to climb out away from the murky waters of relegation. It's a wonderful afternoon for football. No cloud cover, no rain fears. You have to stretch back a few years back in time to pick a day like this in November. That's the bench for TelOne, the Wi-Fi boys. We've come all the way from the Midlands to do battle here at Rufaro Stadium. In the commentary box with me is none other than John Kani. Good afternoon, Joe.
Good afternoon. 2 teams, yeah, out of danger. 2 teams, yes, out of the title race contention. So I foresee a game probably that will be played under relaxed conditions, no pressure, no desperation, but players expressing themselves, and hopefully a better team on the day will win. So it's all about teams coming in to demonstrate who they are, what stuff they are made of, and show us what they can do on a field of play.
Yes, and indeed, who knows, with the relaxed atmosphere, they might give us some entertaining football. You know, they are playing without any risk, without any danger of losing this match. But of course, they will be exhibiting their best part of what they can do. William Manondo, the leading striker there, one of the leading strikers, I must say. He's been around for quite some time, leading the Caps United attack, and he has done quite well indeed. I expect to see him in the national team when next it is assembled, because he is quite a lethal striker. Who knows, he could find us our way to Morocco. And this is the Caps United bench once again as they prepare to do battle with the Wi-Fi boys. Plenty of happiness before the match, and of course they have to. Although they lost last week to Simba Bora, it wasn't a damaging defeat. But to these fans here, they don't want to see anything other than a victory for their beloved Makepekepe, who are here in full force. And of course, we must talk about the attendance, Joe. Not that much given Caps United's credentials. They are quite a big team, but here we are now with the 2 teams trotting on the field of play. TelOne in red, they are on the left, and the United, that is Caps United, in green and white. led by William Manondo, the captain of the day. Captain United, of course, have put together a number of good players, young ones, want to impress. You find that we are going to talk about him in time to come because he can move around with the ball gracefully past opponents. And here is the match referee getting us ready to start this encounter as the two teams go across to meet each other. The man in the middle is, of course, Lawrence Zimondi. And then we've got Tafi Piri and Mlungisi Matutu. Thanks, Nyahuye, the lady, as the fourth match official. Then Jacob Wakuya is the match commissioner. As we see the two respective captains lining up to do the pre-match formalities. The gangling man here, just number 21 for one of the center backs, as the captain facing William Manondo at the end of the day today.
Already their contest has started from the toss all the way to the last whistle of the match, and hopefully we're going to see an interesting battle between the two as they show each other that they are just not only the captain of the team but also people who can influence a game and decide.
Tondera Mateaonga ahead of Ashley Reyners. I'm sure it's just a way of giving each other some run around on the pitch on the field of play so that this squad remains fit. As we see there, Mateaonga in goal, Bunjira Junior, Manokore Eric, Kangwa Bruce, the veteran, Chapusha Hastings, former captain, and William Manondo, Chinyangatere Rodwell, who actually took part in the pre-match interviews in place of Lloyd Chitembwe. That could mean a lot because he might be promoted to become the assistant coach or something like that. Then, of course, there's Jaden Bakare. And this is TelOne with Verechena. Chris in goal. Kolisani Moyo is the next man in line. Navaya Washington on the left. Bushiri Frankson, Blessing Sibanda, Admire Tumbunu, Nyabinde Trust, and Ria Mafrenyika, the captain, as well as Jason Kudzai, alongside Chapinduka Allen. And they will certainly be trying to do something. That is the Wi-Fi boys. Whatever they're saying, surely I know that to hear. Can they beat this man in the picture? Chandra Mateaonga and Chris Verechena. He's been around for quite some time as well. Captain United with 3 players in the set as they prepare to get this match underway. Trufaro Stadium. This match, of course, will be featuring Captain United and TelOne. Lloyd Chitembwe looking relaxed as the game gets underway with Caps United in possession. They play the ball. Chinyangatere is one of the senior players, a former soccer star of the year. Started to come to prominence when he was playing for Wange in Mat Northern. There's a good run. That ball comes in and it drops on the near side here. This is Bamusi, but picked away by TelOne. Bamusi goes down under challenge. The referee says free kick to Caps United is Bamusi. Gets himself up. It's another long-saving Caps United player. Started off as a youngster, now one of the senior players. Still doing a very good job for Makepekepe. It's a promising position for a free kick. Kadamanja lines up to take it. It looks like it's going to be a right foot curler into the box. Can he place it on a Caps United head? Chinyangatere is looming large in that box. It is danger for the Wi-Fi boys. Here it comes, well taken, cleared away partially, and finally picked up by the Wi-Fi boys, who can now work their way to safety as they play a long ball away out of danger, but picked up once again. But they give possession away. Very generous indeed, these two sets of players. Here they come, and an infringement on a United player by the Wi-Fi boys. Free kick according to the referee. This one now comes up. It'll be a free kick from just inside their box. That is the Wi-Fi boys. Played along the line, picked up edge of the area. He turns away from his marker, tries to play it back, but Bamusi was in attendance. Still the Wi-Fi boys keep possession. All the way into the middle of the park. Poorly done as Bunjira takes the ball away. It's back for Caps United. Manakore will guide it back to his goalkeeper. That's Tonde Mateaunga in a pink top. Here they come again, Chapusha. Kangwa has moved upfield. We know that he loves overlapping. This is Murwira guiding it down to the other side of the field. He's being played as a midfielder these days as Nyangatere picks up possession to Murwira. God knows Murwira, the Zimbabwe international. Guides it to Kangwa, who is the former Zimbabwe international, forcing the goalkeeper to run back into position. This is now Kadamanja into the center for Nyangetere, who started off as a striker, playing for Wange, but now operating in the middle of the park. The Wi-Fi boys continue to fight for a piece of the ball here. Caps United still dominating the exchanges. But here they come once again. Good control there. The flick on the far side sends the cross, but this one intercepted and out for a corner. The first corner kick of the afternoon. The Wi-Fi boys with a psychological advantage. And now that one will come from the far side. Can they do something meaningful with it? Let's find out.
We also seem to have a blue half of the city coming here to watch the proceedings, Stanley.
Just there, and the ball is cleared away. Picked up by Manondo. Looking for Young Bunjira, finds him. Ball played through. And also way into the center. Another lovely touch, and Young Bunjira brought down. My goodness me. The ref will have to protect this youngster. That was a crude tackle. Virtually uncalled for. But the nimble-footed Bunjira is proving to be a problem for the Wi-Fi, defenders. Take a look at that.
Yeah, he's quite a skillful player, a troublesome player. So whenever he's in possession of the ball, they are bound to try to harass him onto the ground, which of course they did that so effectively in that instance. But of course that was too harsh of a tackle by Trust Nyabinde there for TelOne.
Now the free kick will come. It's played long into the box. And Verechena loses the ball. Bamusi turns away, brings the ball as a cross, but perhaps picked up once again. Oh dear. Oh dear. They are so lucky, aren't they? TelOne nearly caused a huge problem for themselves. Mureremba turning away from his marker. Ball play to the far side. Well, Bakare, will he find Young Bunjira? He does so. Who skips away from his marker. And the ball is taken away from him. United still in possession as they come through now. The sliding tackle wins it. The referee says play on. Some tight marking being employed by the Wi-Fi boys here. They are not giving United any breathing space at all. Set piece from inside the Wi-Fi boys half. Goalless. Early on in this game here, just 6 minutes played. The header comes through, and this one straight to the goalkeeper, Mateaunga, who will collect before rolling it to Chapusha. It's played in field for Nyangetere. He takes one look to the left and then the other to the right. Plays a long searching ball looking for Johnny Abunjira. It's headed into touch by Big Mafiranyika. Off the Wi-Fi boys into touch for a throw in. Quickly taken. Comes back into the center with Nyengetere hovering around, always available for the loose ball. This is God knows Murwira. He allows it out of play. Throw in quickly taken. Danger for United here, but snuffed away by the defense. And it's played all the way looking for Wakare. Might have the pace, but I'm sure he must have clipped the defender. That is big captain Mafiranyika. Now it comes back to Navaya. Long effort once again, and looks a bit overcooked. It's gone out of play. Throw into Caps United. The idea was right on that occasion, Joe, but I think the pass was overcooked.
Yeah, the pass was overcooked, and the TelOne boys here they ran out of pitch. But otherwise, the idea was good to catch Caps United on the counter, and well, we didn't get anything out of that. Hopefully, maybe the next time they try it out, it might yield them some result, but not in this particular instance.
Oh, yes, indeed, as the Wi-Fi boys are coming through now. This is a good-looking cross, and headed away out for a corner kick. Corner kick to be taken by the Wi-Fi boys. This is their second corner kick in this game today. Muirira stands guard. It comes into the center. Oh, that was a good header. Washington Navaya, the veteran, heading wide. Nobody in attendance. That was poor marking from Caps United.
Poor marking on the part of Caps United. He had a good connection with that header. I think we would have been seeing the nets being rippled there in that incident. But of course, he flighted this corner kick off target, but he was unmarked. It was a free header that was given away by Caps United. He should have punished them.
Certainly, here comes Bunjira now. Lays it backwards to Murwira. Nobody home. Taken away by Chris Verachena, who rolls it to the far side. As they come through now, Trust Nyabinde. Another long effort. Japusha now plays it in field, giving Chinyangatere a bit of a good run here, but it's picked up once again. This is Navaya looking for the ball on the far side, but good block. And it's taken away by Chinyangatere. Another veteran taking advantage is Pamusi keeping the ball in play. Can he get the cross inside the box? Pamusi brings it into the center, cleared away for Caps United, the first corner kick of the day. Good run indeed by Pamusi, but his cross was played into touch. Corner kick, and Chris Verachena will have to be careful as we take a second look at it. Good looking cross, but headed away by the Wi-Fi boys. 0-0 the scoreline. 11 minutes into the game here at Rufaro Stadium. Yes, such Nyengetere to take it. It's taken long inside the area. Is there? What a thumping header. Is that Bakare Jaden? Jaden Bakare gets the goal. That's opening the account for Cape United. Celebrations are in order. What a header, what a corner kick taken.
what we saw from the tail one corner kick was a header not well connected, but in this case we see Cape United replying through Jaden Bakara with a well connected header, which of course the tail one defender failed to deal with, and it ended up in the nets and giving Cape United the lead. So a firm, good direction, full header by Jaden Bakari.
Yeah, he's a strong built young man who used his height to good advantage. As we take a second look again at the corner kick into the box, nobody with him, and punished the Wi-Fi boys. 1-0, Cape United in the lead, as Murwira allows Mateaonga to pick it up. The short throw to the near side. Here comes Chinyangatere, who's helping out the defenders. Kept with a bit of an overload in the middle of the park. Manondo drifting in deep in midfield. Mureremba part of it as well. And even Junior Bunjira, whenever he gets the opportunity, he comes in to help the likes of Bamusi. Kangwa with a header away. Another header from the veteran. Bakare, the goal scorer, picks it up. Bamusi sends him clear. A second time there for them. Oh, this one goes away. My word, that would have been an audacious goal by Jaden Bakare. He didn't waste time with the outfoot, but unfortunately, Lady Luck was facing the other way.
Lady Luck facing the other way, and I like the technique that he showed us there. He had the ball first time on the volley, and he put his lace, his outside footer, but of course the angle was too much. He missed the right upright post, and in that case, Chris Mverechena survives an attack.
Oh, definitely, I would like to see him try that again. That would have been a spectacular effort. We haven't seen many goals like that, but young Bakare nearly gave us a taste of what it is to watch top-class football. Cape United pick up possession. Young Unjira on the run once more. He's a tricky customer, being given lots of space. Looks one way, goes for the byline. The cross comes in, scrambling the ball into the box, and finally, the Wi-Fi boys come away as they pick up possession. They played through, trying to set up a run, but this time around Chapusha straight away to his goalkeeper. Mateaonga, very brave indeed, finds the captain, the former captain of Highlanders. It's Bruce Kangwa. Mreremba back again, playing like a veteran, finding a true veteran in Bruce Kangwa. The return pass, and I think Bamusi was cluttered into, and that will be a yellow card to Wi-Fi boys. And we hope that it's nothing serious, but of course all hands are on him. This is the guilty party. Confirmation of the scoreline. Jaden Bakari getting the goal for Cape United following a corner kick. And the referee has given a free kick, and this will be taken from the near side. Looks like it's going to be taken by God knows Murwira. There's some of the Cape United players on the bench looking anxiously, and it's played to Bunjira, who blasts it off his marker. He plays it all the way back, but again, wonderfully done by Cape United, picked up by Murwira. Here they come now with Bamusi to Kangwa. Shingatere returns the favor. Bamusi sells a dummy. Manondo will pick it up in midfield. Mreremba was involved. Here's Kangwa. United displaying some wonderful football. Bamusi picks it up now. Lays it wide on the far side. United looking very comfortable in possession as they restart the formula. Here is Nyengetere, the former FC Platinum center striker, former soccer star, Still going very strong. It is picked up by the Wi-Fi boys, who can now return the favor. Area Mafrenyika under pressure, will have to play that one quickly. Ball played to the far side, couldn't keep it in play. And Masilela was the guilty party, and finally it goes out of play. Nyabinde Trust is the man who carried the yellow card for that crude tackle on Phineas Bamusi. And luckily, I'm glad to say that Bamusi is feeling fine and continues to play, because it looked really nasty.
Yeah, it was a nasty challenge, Stanley, and the referee rightly called it a yellow card. And I think it's also a result of what we are seeing and witnessing of TelOne at the moment. After the goal, they seem to be jittery. They are not comfortable with the ball, so and probably that will be the reason why they are committing those fouls that are not really friendly at all. And it's all because they've been rattled by the Cape United goal.
Oh yes, indeed, rattled by Cape United's goal as United defend once more. Murwira to Nyengetere. United looking very comfortable and calculated, leading by 1-0. Why not? They can play with a maximum concentration. Mureremba wide to the far side. Been seeing a lot of the ball, this young man. Another ball played through. This one a bit too long for Murwira. I think he should have tried hard enough to stop that ball right on the line. He gave up too early, by my book.
Yeah, he gave up too early, but of course, I wanted to know that this is actually the second ball that has been overcooked, trying to exchange passes for the Cape United back line. And I think it speaks of them maybe not very comfortable in the way they are exchanging passes at the back. Hopefully, it may not cost them anything as they try to exchange passes at the back. It's actually the second ball, a similar ball that has been lost by Cape United.
Here's Bakare, the goal scorer. Finds Kangwa. Does well. Mureremba finds Chapusha. United still in possession. This is Murwira. Into the center, the youngster Mureremba. Chapusha. Still United quite happy to knock the ball among themselves in defense. They come through once again. Murwira nearly gave this one up once again, but in the end he realized that there was an opponent coming. Manondo, he hasn't seen a lot of action. William Manondo is having to drop deep into the middle of the park to have a feel of the ball, playing as the captain today. And this one is guided back to Mateaunga, the goalkeeper. Joining up for the first time, we are into the 19th minute. Cape United leading by 1-0. Jaden Bakare. Here is Bamusi. He's taken away by Navaya. Here they come once again. Trust Nyabinde was looking for his captain, who opted to leave it now for Masilela. Long ball forward, the idea was perfect. This one controlled well. Can they get something? There's a good chance here. Navaya, oh, he's losing concentration, and it's in the center. But again, it comes back to the Wi-Fi boys. Takes time to cross. Nyabinde. It goes high and wide. No problem there for the goalkeeper, but my goodness me, Navaya of all people who have seen it all, he really couldn't find his feet and ended up losing the opportunity.
Yeah, I think he was very undecisive. He took forever to do whatever he wanted to do, and effectively killing that move where Cape United were under threat. As we see the action coming again, TelOne exchange passes at the edge of the box, and of course Nyabinde, they're trying to kill the ball onto the far top corner, but the execution was not perfect, so giving away a goal kick to Cape United.
Yes, indeed, a goal kick to Cape United as the ball now is played back to Mateaunga, who finds support. Big Chapusha still in possession, plays the ball across, played in hope. I don't think he was aiming for anybody there. And this one runs into touch for a throw in to, should be to Cape United. Well, they're taking time to do their business here simply because they are leading. and they're not under pressure at all to hurry up with play. Here comes Zamburwira. Bruce Kangwa. Past one man, Kangwa. To a young one, Mureremba. Chapusha back to Mureremba. Back to Chapusha. Junior Bunjira. Caps United using a couple of youngsters who are really showing that they are the future of Zimbabwean football. Junior Bunjira and Mureremba. Here comes Chapusha trying to produce a blistering effort. He couldn't do it. Mureremba's pass intercepted, and the Wi-Fi boys can come away with it. Kudzai Jackson. And in the end, it goes all the way to the goalkeeper, Matea Unga. Looking at the Wi-Fi boys since they started, apart from looking jittery, they also don't seem to have a sound midfield, do they?
No, they don't. They don't. They're actually playing like there's no midfield. Of course, they have a semi-solid defense. You know, their defensive play somehow is impressive. They are thwarting Cape United movements. But when they go up front, they seem to be having not many options that can cause problems for Cape United. So their midfield, they actually could be their weakest department as we speak. Because it's all green at the middle of the park. And TelOne boys, it's either you're at the back or you're at the front.
Yes, indeed. I noticed that Cape United were using what we have called an overload. There's Nyingetere, there's Bamose, Manondo, and Kingsley Mureremba. They are all operating in the middle of the park, and they are winning very vital possession. And it has actually, you know, nullified the threat of the Wi-Fi boys. Is Murwira clearing under pressure. Lovely touch. Pity that somebody took it, but United regained possession. This is Nyengetere who took his time and plays it back to the youngster, who now starts to go forward. It's heck down.
Surely that should be a free kick.
Surely
that should be a free kick.
I don't agree.
You know, Alan Chapanduka, it's the second time that he has harassed the young boy. The young boy, Junior Bunjira, is proving to be a handful for Alan Chapanduka, and Chapanduka will have none of it. But again, the tackle is just overboard. For me, that should have been a foul given away to young Bunjira.
Yes, indeed. Here comes now. This is looking for Jaden Bakare, the goal scorer, who finds that was a vital interception by the Wi-Fi boys. It could have been 2-0.
That was a timely clearance off the line by the Wi-Fi boys. It could have been 2-0 to Cape United, following a brilliant move that came in from the left wing, and TelOne boys survived in that instance. And we see a substitution by TelOne, an early substitution for that matter, in the 26th minute, where we see Chikosa and Saondo coming in. We wait to see who they are replacing.
Yeah, they've taken out Kudzai Jackson first, and in comes
Chikosa is coming in.
Chikosa comes in. Look, the player who was favored with a starting place has failed to nail it down and has been taken out. Let's take a second look at that tackle there.
Look at that tackle. Young Bunjira has got the ball under his spell. Yeah, and he's in
spell.
control. He's in control. He's deciding what to do.
A bit, like he always does.
And Alan Chapinduka realizing
catches him.
Yeah, he realized that he's been left, and then he clips Young Bunjira's leg there, which shortly should have been a free kick given to Cape United.
Yes, indeed, and that's one of the few instances where the referee has failed to notice that something wrong was done, and Nyangatere trying a pass to the wings, and Bamosi wasn't there, and it's going to be a throw in. The throw-in is taken. Kangwa has got a touch out of play once again. Throw into the Wi-Fi boys. TelOne, who are down by 1-0, 27 minutes played in the first 45. they've already made 2 changes. A clear sign that they saw what we were seeing. But the midfield was a bit weak. This is a throw-in. Longman on the far side. Into the center. The referee says play on. Appeals for a handball. As Navaya plays a lovely ball on the far side. The cross comes in. And finally cleared by Murguera. That was dangerous. And it's out for a throw-in.
Caps United found it hard to deal with that cross that came in, and anything could have happened. These are the kind of crosses that cause all kinds of problems for defenders, because you can miss it with your foot and maybe probably catch it with your hand and give away a penalty. Tricky situation for Caps United.
Yeah, or it could even cause an own goal, because it was played hard and low, but luckily Murguera was in attendance. Yes, Bakare. Good control. As he finds support in Shinyangatere. Looks one way, then the other. Plays it short for Mreremba. Wide to the far side, United family under control. Good clip. Confirmation of the substitution. Sahondo in and Jackson Kudzai. Oh, Sahondo in for Jackson Kudzai. And Chikushe in for Bushiri Frank Jackson. Frankson Bushiri. Yes, they come now. Murguera under pressure, but clears the danger. That was a good one, as Navaya was trying to cause a few problems. Let's see how this throw will be taken by the Wi-Fi boys. Still to test the goalkeeper, because he's well attended, well protected. Chance for the Wi-Fi boys on the near side here. The cross will come a bit too high, but neatly taken down. But then Mreremba in attendance takes the ball away. Yes, helped out by Young Bunjira, who's operating on the wings. It's been very dangerous whenever he has got possession. Finds up Mreremba once again, plays it through. The return pass on the far side. Mreremba! And the cross is cleared away. Oh, that was a good interchange of passes from the youngsters on the far side. Wi-Fi boys certainly had their hands full on that occasion. Once again, confirmation of the scoreline and the goal scorer.
Oh yes, Jaden Bakara in the 12th minute there. So far we've just seen, a minute ago, we've just seen a brilliant team play by Caps United. We're exchanging passes and threading their way past the TelOne boys defense. We see there a few exchanges at the edge of the box, and then a few touches, and a cross will come through. But of course, a timed clearance there by the captain, by TelOne, who dealt with us. That was Trust Nyabinde, who dealt with that ball decisively. Otherwise, it would have been trouble for the Wi-Fi boys, with us seeing a second goal by Caps United.
Yes, indeed. United looking for to double their advantage, and they're warming up their bench. Looks like Lloyd Chitembe would like to make some changes. And Lloyd Chitembe as well has taken this opportunity to talk to his players, and I could see a sign there saying that there's need for a substitution. Oh, this is the man that everybody loves to see. Dumisani Mpofu. And once you talk of Aqua, then you know that with Dumisani Mpofu, he was not going to do anything. What a defender he was during his days.
He was a no-nonsense defender, one of those physical defenders where you will not do anything around him and trying to bring him down or to get past him. Certainly one of the legends for the game. He did well for Caps United, and did well even for the Warriors as a central defender. Dumisani Mpofu for you.
Well, these are some of the few players who know my playing days. Him, Lloyd Chitembe, during our days in the lower divisions. And this is not a good side for Cape United. I hope that the injury is not so serious to keep him out of the game for a long time. He was doing a wonderful job for them.
Yeah, when you see a player being carried off a stretcher, it's not really a good sign to see. Not a pleasant sight. Yeah.
Here's the goal once again. Ball played into the center. Jaden Bakare all by himself with the goalkeeper going down. He hit the roof with a thunderous header.
Yeah, there was confusion in the TelOne defense there with the goalkeeper going down, and the last man in the line of TelOne defense couldn't deal with that powerful thumping header, which gave Cape United their first goal from Jaden.
Yes, and I hear that Manokore is going to leave the field of play. And in comes Zambezi, set to come on. Just off your picture very soon, you'll be seeing that substitution. There is Innocent Zambezi getting ready to join the action.
Yeah, well, this is very unfortunate. You know, a substitution inspired, I mean, an injury-inspired substitution by Cape United. Very unfortunate for a player to see out this game from the sidelines after having picked up an injury. Very unfortunate. But of course, Cape United will be able to deal with that and bring in substitute Innocent Zambezi to plug in that gap.
Yes, indeed. Let's wait and see how he will perform once he joins the fray. The restart. As Wi-Fi boys play the ball through. Drops once and it's missed. That was dangerous. That was dangerous. It was a slight pull to the player on the run, and he went down immediately. But the ref, of course, will have to make a decision in a split second. He didn't see the full story. And confirmation of the substitution. Just number 31, Manokore call comes off. And Innocent Zambezi joins the fray. He's going to play on the right-hand side of defense. He's normally played as a midfielder. And it will be interesting to see how he performs here against the likes of Navaya, who knows how to put someone under pressure. He's being called into action almost immediately. This one played through by Manondo, looking for Young Bunjira. It's too hard. It's out of play for a throw-in. 1-0 is the scoreline. Good emphatic clearance there by Innocent Zambezi. A good touch. But again, he's taken away. Played on the near side to Pamusi. Pamusi advancing, shaping up for a shot. And this one goes away. He was trying to produce a right foot curler. It didn't come right, but the effort must be commended, Joe.
Commendable effort indeed. You know, he picked up the ball midway from the center. He found his way into the box and he checked in on the inside and tried to curl in on the far post. But of course, the execution didn't come out right. But I think the idea was good. So it has to be commended. One more time, one more try, you'll probably get it right. But not in this case, but the idea was good. It has to be commended.
Yes, indeed. Ball picked up on the far side. Zambezi guides it back to Chapusha. Mateaunga will collect. He loves using his feet. Back to Chapusha from Chinyagatere. Playing the ball a bit too far ahead of him. Reremba has got his wits about to find Murwira. Ball is played into space and Willow didn't expect that at all, William. As the captain, Mafirenyika, plays the ball into touch for a throw-in to Cape United. This will be taken by Phineas Bamusi. Well, he leaves it for Bruce Kangwa. Kangwa looking for a free player, and it's out of play. Goal kick, according to the referee, Zimondi. Berechena Chris says to clear. Plays it long. Headed away again. It's picked in the middle of the park. But again, they come away with it. The Wi-Fi boys. To the near side, and in the end, it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Chandarai Mateaunga. Here's another long ball forward. Bruce Kangwa tries his level best, but that was too much for him. And
Yeah,
it goes out of play.
It was too much to ask of the veteran to run for that ball. The idea was good, but of course the thread through pass was overcooked.
Yes, and an infringement once again there on the substitute who came on in this first half.
That's huge Kosa.
Yeah, Chikosha went down under pressure. The referee has given a free kick. Oh, this is lovely take. Good save by the goalkeeper. That was close. Near post effort.
That's a super save, and the referee is giving away a goal kick. Surely TelOne will feel hard done by it. Certainly that ball was on target, and the goalkeeper pulled a brilliant save.
Let's take a second look here.
Yeah, that ball was on target. Yeah. Beautiful
It's a
shot
good
on the
effort.
volley. Straight on target, and a few
Slight touch by the goalkeeper.
Yeah. The goalkeeper's
And his
fingertips
argument
pushed
is
the ball
that
away.
His argument is that he hit the post and out of play. But of course, the goalkeeper did push it onto the post.
Yes, indeed, I agree, Stanley. Yeah, that should have been a corner to the Wi-Fi boys.
Remember backwards. Zambezi in the middle of the park. Here's Manondo. Back to Nyegetere. Turns away from his marker to find Burwira. To Chapusha. Looking for young Bunjira. Tightly monitored. Remember picks it up now. Gibbs United, well, this time around, lose possession. But Bunjira, so attentive. But still too small. He was pushed off the ball. Here comes a good-looking crowd here. The height looked good, but unfortunately the direction was so bad. It went behind for a goal kick. The enthusiasm is there from the Wi-Fi boys, but the accuracy is unfortunately missing.
I agree. They are not completely out. You know, they are still in the game. It only just takes them that spark, you know, that tipping over moment that they can get. If they can get a goal out of this game, we'll probably see an exciting encounter between the two. But they are not playing badly at all. They are not being overshadowed. It's only that their execution at times lets them down.
And I just hope that their coach, you know, will do something about the presence of Nyengetere in the middle of the park. He's having so much possession. Every loose ball is going to Nyengetere. And he's the one who is sorting out the Cape United midfield. Never mind the overload. This one picked up. They are going on the far side now. Can they do something meaningful? Yes, it comes back to them. This one will surely be a free kick as Sahondo Blessing is brought down. He's one of the players who came on and tried to light up the scene with some runs on the far side. Here's how it all happened. Injira. Well, he's not a defender, so he knows how to skip around defenders, but to take the ball from them is something different. And Mateaunga.
And he's not a rough player either.
No, not
he's
at
a keen
all.
player. It was just unfortunate tackle on Blessing Sahondo in that case.
Here's Manondo now. He has to play it backwards. Zambezi. The substitute. Not a very good pass. He's taken away by Nkosiagi Maslela. Maslela dummies once. Still goes forward. Past his marker. Too many green shirts around him. As Manondo finds Chapusha. Plays it along the ground from Reremba. Finally managed to get it. Good run in this, Bunjira. And the goalkeeper had to tip it over the bar it was dipping viciously into the nets, and the goalkeeper, Veracena Chris, had to do well and play it out for a corner kick.
It was a tricky ball to deal with, Stanley. He could not take any chances. He had to make sure the ball is tipped over the net, over the bar. Otherwise, it could have landed into the box as a deflection of a Cape United cross. Well done there by to Chris. He made sure the ball is tipped over the line, the crossbar. Otherwise, it could have been something else.
Yeah, it could,
well
it
done,
could have
Chris.
been a second goal for Cape United. But in the meantime, the player has been stopped so that they will attend to the injured Cape United player. He made the last pass, and I'm sure there must have been some contact. Oh, it's a head injury.
Yeah,
Hopefully that he'll be able to recover. He's one of few players who are exciting us in this encounter this afternoon. Kingsley Mremba. Bamusi is another. The header is wide. This one goes away. Innocent Zambezi immediately announcing his arrival. That was a well-timed run, and this is how it all came again. The direction was right, but a bit too wide for the goalkeeper to worry about. Long clearance. Murwira finds Bunjira. Bunjira past one man. He loves running with the ball. And this one out of play for a throw in to Cape United, who have been enjoying a lot of possession. Plenty of possession. Into the 44th minute. Very soon we'll be seeing how many minutes to be added. I estimate about 3. Let's see if the referee will agree with me. Mateaunga drifts out of his area to play the ball downfield. Bunjira once again is all over the place. He's appealing for a handball, but he gets a throw in rather on the far side. And Innocent Zambezi picks it up. Jaden Bakare to Bunjira, turns in field away from his marker. Zambezi, the cross looks good. Manondo over the bar. No problem for the goalkeeper.
I think there was lack of communication here between Manondo and his team.
And the Bamusi there.
Bamusi. Otherwise, Bamusi was better placed to connect with that ball. But of course, he didn't hear, he didn't know that there was a teammate coming on the blind side who would have had better contact of the cross.
Yes, indeed. And actually, Manondo actually said to him that you should have called for the ball. He would have left it, and it would have been a better result for Cape United. But Manondo wins it nonetheless. Yes, Chinyangatere. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Bamusi bundled over. And in the end, the captain
will get a yellow card.
Mafirenyika
Yes.
has gone down looking injured. The referee has already indicated that he will be getting a yellow card. These fans here haven't had much to shout about except that goal from Cape United. This is how it happened. As Bamusi was trying to go for that loose ball, he was bundled over. It's actually a head injury, and the referee was absolutely right in immediately stopping play so that Bamusi could be attended to. And once again, we hope that is nothing serious, because Bamusi is a vital cog in Lloyd Chitembwe's outfit.
Indeed, a vital cog in the green machine setup. Of course, that was very unfortunate. It was an off-the-ball incident. They clashed off the ball when he was expecting when Bamusi was expecting a return pass out of a brilliant move, and unfortunately, he came out the west. And we see also even Tafirenyika, the captain, Mafirenyika, the captain from TelOne, also receiving attention. And well, the fans will give us a few visuals to look at there. The vegetable boys, Cape United, typical of an atmosphere that you can expect at Rufaro Stadium, or any stadium for that matter, where Cape United will be playing. Will give you a dose of some vegetables.
Yes, indeed, as we see there, a family outing. here watching football at Tufaro Stadium. I just hope that the stadium was full and creating a carnival atmosphere. Hopefully, in the next few matches to come, they will come to watch their idols in action. And there's still attention around Eriama Frenyika, the captain of TelOne, as we see the Caps United bench warming up. Mafrenyika is now up and about and remonstrating with the referee. Shua is being shown the yellow card, which he thinks is not deserved, and there is the confirmation of the yellow card. And I like this producer. You know what? For the font.
Oh, yes.
You don't have to strain yourself to see it.
Yeah, even it's friendly to the eye, and even our viewers can also relate to that and follow the game, even player identification and all the graphics, which is really appreciated.
There's the referee trying to explain to some of the Wi-Fi boys players.
Some mothers in the house who would probably feel the pain of seeing a player down injured, you know.
I think what they will
the motherly love.
I think they'll be more interested in that. They are now very famous. But when they get back home, she'll be the talk of the village.
Yes.
Or township, whatever, wherever she stays.
She's part of the story.
Yeah, she's part of the story today. Free kick is set to come, and the Wi-Fi boys have got a three-man wall. This one looks to be worrying the goalkeeper, who punches it away, not so decisively. But again, Masilela will come. He's got possession. It's Sahondo rather. Turns away from his marker, and Bamusi is guilty, so that will be a free kick.
I like the decision that he took. He was isolated all by himself against three Caps United players, and he tried, of course, to go to the corner flag, and he had no way out except to check back inside, and of course he was impeded upon that decision. There he was, a cry of 10, but of course the Caps United will not have anything of that, and he was impeded there. But otherwise, I like the decision that he took to say, you are isolated, and what do? You can't go further up, so check in back inside and invite support from your teammates. Blessing Saondo, good decision, but unfortunately you were impeded.
Yes, indeed. Let's see if they can utilize this set piece. Saondo himself to take it. He's got a few big players inside the box. I can see Eriama Frenyika, the big defender, is there as well. Masilela is racing to come on. And out of your picture, I think briefly you saw Bamusi getting a drink as we wait for the free kick to come. This one looks dangerous. Oh, that was a deflection that helped Caps United as the clearance is made by Bruce Kangwa. My goodness, so close to an equalizer.
A good cross from that set piece, and which met an equally good header, and of course Caps United dealt with it, but otherwise that was an anxious moment on the part of Caps United. Anything could have happened. TelOne could have equalized.
Here it is.
A well-flighted cross finding its way into the box, and a free header, and of course invited an involuntary save by Cape United goalkeeper Tonderai Mateaunga.
Yeah,
He survived there. Yeah.
Covered himself in glory. This is the second time that he has done so. The first time punched it to the post, and the referee didn't even see that. This time around it was another touch, and denying the Wi-Fi boys what could have been an equalizer. Ball played through this time around. Bakare slipped under the ball. Quickly taken away, they regain possession. Masilela now operating on the far side. Navaya stumbles. And now a lot of pressure. Here comes Sahondo. Turns away from his marker. Plays it through. Danger here for United. They come looking for Navaya, but finally cleared away. Manondo does well to find Bamusi, and the referee blows to end the first 45 minutes here at Rufaro Stadium. Wow, with the Wi-Fi boys slowly clawing their way back into the game here, giving Caps United a good run for their money in the first 45 minutes, as we see this instance here where Kangwa was turned inside out. The cross, well, it was a pass, trying to get the shot in, but somehow they stumbled. They couldn't sort their feet out, and Mureremba was involved in getting rid of that ball. Finally, the halftime scoreline, Caps United won with the Wi-Fi boys nil. Your thoughts about the first 45, Joe?
One would say not much to separate the two teams except the one goal scoreline that we read on the screen at the moment, where Caps United are leading by 1 goal. But TelOne haven't been overly overrode by Caps United. Caps United found the goal. TelOne were a bit rattled by that goal, but they slowly clawed their way back into the game. And of course, they've caused a few problems for Caps United on their part, which is commendable. But nothing much to separate the two teams except the 12th-minute goal by Jaden Bakari, which came in the favor of Caps United. That is probably the scoreline to talk about.
Oh, yes, indeed. And of course, Caps United will be very satisfied going into the first 45 minutes. And I think Lloyd Chitembwe will be speaking glowingly to his team because they didn't actually, get themselves into danger as they managed to contain the Wi-Fi boys and go into halftime leading by a Jaden Bakare goal scored in the 12th minute to make it 1-0. Caps United leading at half-time. So that, when they talk about it in the first 45, I don't think he will have much to say against how they performed in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Would they?
Yeah, I don't think the coaches will be disappointed, for different reasons. The two sets of teams were put in a decent display. They've shown what they can do. It's only that TelOne didn't get a goal. And I think it's because they've been indecisive in critical moments. When they were exchanging passes around the edge of the box, anything could have happened had they made different decisions, had they implemented whatever they wanted to do. But I think indecision cost them a goal. Otherwise, they would have gotten a goal out of the moves that they created.
Yes, indeed. And, we do know that, look, when the Wi-Fi boys in the first 45 minutes, they were suffering an overload by Caps United in the middle of the park. And I just hope that they saw it so that when they come into the second half, they will certainly do something about it.
Yes, I think Herbert Maroa did show us that in the midway through the first half, where he did those tactical substitutions, which actually gave them the impetus and gave them an opportunity to come back.
Oh yes, now let's cross down to the touchline to Valentine Mabugu and his technical team.
Thank you very much, Stanley Katande, together with Joseph Nkane, giving us the match commentary of this exciting encounter. Of course, the chances have been fine in between, you would expect it, but it is the home side that did draw first blood, courtesy of Jaden Bakare to give the lead here for Caps United with a 1-0 win going into the second half. TelOne, they've had their chances, but they couldn't grab them, and a brilliant serve as well in between the sticks for Tendai Mateaunga for Caps United to keep Caps United in front of this one. I still have Chief Justice Machavi as well as Terence Malunga with me to help with the analysis. Justice, let's look at the first half. TelOne, they've had the opportunities, but they couldn't grab them. Caps United got their earlier chance. The favorite gate that you mentioned, that they always score in that goal, and they got that goal, and they've taken the lead. But nonetheless, 1-0. That should comfort John Pano, that is Herbert Marua, the TelOne coach, going to the second half and trying to get a draw at least, if not a win.
Yeah, if you see the first half, TelOne was not bad. So as Caps United here and there, TelOne got at least clear-cut chances. 2 great saves from Mateaunga, we could say, and it could be 2-1, of course. And Caps United, they just utilized, free header. They were not marking. The defense was not marking in the box, and it was free header. Bakari slotted, which is good, And I think Herbert has to bring in some grit in midfield. That's the main problem. They are not doing well in midfield. So where there is Chinyengetere and Mreremba, they are doing so well, exchanging passes, but they don't have takers. So if they are to get a goal in this match, they need to push up front. You've seen the lost chances. Macraes is too slow. They tried by all means going forward, but it's difficult for them to put it behind the net.
And Terence, let's look at how you saw it for both sides, starting with Caps United, really, how they exerted themselves. They're in the lead, obviously. They are in the driving seat, and they've controlled much of the game. But it's not like TelOne haven't had their chances as well.
No, they had like as I think as Chief just said. I mean, they had the chances. I mean, look at three clear, some of good saves obviously coming from the goalkeeper. They could have on a good day. They could have cleaned obviously a goal to level the match. But one thing that I've also realized is, I mean, Cape United has had the midfield dominance as we start. If you look at the first 15 minutes, TelOne was a bit jittery. They hadn't really gotten their fit. I'm not so sure what probably might have really unsettled them, but they seem so unsettled in the middle of the park. You'd see a lot of position being lost, space not being covered pretty well. That gave obviously Cape United midfield a little bit of room to play, more room to have the ball and to get to distribute it a little bit more. But well, when you saw the half going on, I mean, we got to a point where obviously TelOne was getting back into the match up until the end. We saw that obviously point blank Kaida that obviously the goalkeeper served pretty well.
Let's look at the wall. You speak of the midfield. When I was speaking to Justice as well, he did mention that wall that TelOne we're having, and they're struggling there in the middle of the park. He says that's where they need to sort out. Do you concur as well with the dominance that Cape United have exerted themselves in this encounter, or is it that Cape United midfield is that compact and good and well coordinated that it is really, you know, unsettled or the stability of TelOne?
Well, they have a pretty good midfield, and obviously the young men obviously a star in the making. But I've also realized that the challenge that we have had is TelOne not doing their job pretty well. You see more there. I've seen Coach Jompano trying obviously to pass instructions to him, which instruction that I thought he wasn't taking pretty well. You'd see that we have you there in the middle of the park, obviously a little bit lost in terms of the positional discipline. So if you look at how TelOne is set up, it's a 4-4-2, and there's a clear distinction that who the two are. You have Moyo and you, where we are the other two supporting. They're not coming in and out. And the moment you do have that, then it means that Cape United, in most cases, they have three in the middle. They normally impose a 4-3-3. You see Bamus and Bunjira right apart, and the center striker in between. Then you have the three, obviously are very, very competent and competent and very, very confident midfielders that have been playing the ball. So with that therefore means that obviously TelOne have now really need to ensure that they cover the space. How do they do that? When you're playing a 4-4-2, normally you tuck in. The wide midfielders, they have to tuck in to cover the space, and obviously go out to obviously bring in the width when you're going forward. So I'm pretty sure the moment he does that, he should have advantage in the middle of a park, because already they have the numerical advantage in the middle.
Justice, let's look at TelOne still, because they're the ones desperate for a result here, whether a draw or a win, and looking at how we saw the reaction from Herbert Maroa when he took out the two midfield players and brought in a speedy winger as well in Sanondo, who has tried to bring a bit of impetus and urgency into the attack. He has already reacted. Is it enough, the reaction, to sort out that wall that is there within the middle of the park?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think he saw something, and of course, Bushir was not pushing, so he needed someone who complements the strikers. You know, all the time, Cape United were winning all the loose balls, even when they are starting. There was always a gap in between, so Bushir was not going forward. So now he tries to stretch them. He brings on he's trying to push you going forward, and we have Sahondo on the right side so that they can have at least a punch. If you see in the last 10-15 minutes, that's where they got those two chances, two clear-cut chances. They were doing so well up front, going forward in the third. This was lacking from the beginning. The defense for Cape United was not even busy. But now they have got Sahondo and they are pushing forward. It now becomes a bigger problem for Cape United at the back. So I think Herbert did a very good decision.
Now let's look at Cape United. They're comfortably in the lead. Any areas that you think they need to spruce up or touch on or give game time to, just in case we saw a forced substitution, obviously, happening for them, that could tactically, it should change them a bit. But they look very comfortable. The midfield is compact. The defense is solid. And we've seen some brilliant saves as well from the goalkeeper. What now? Do they maintain the same structure, or they need to go for more goals as well for confidence sake going to the end of the season?
Yeah, I think, they've shown a lot, and it's enough. There's some good players they have, I would also want to see them giving others a chance. Maybe they would take out Roddy, since he is also an assistant player coach. So he also need to come on the touchline, bringing some young players, and you are preparing them for next season. The goalkeeper has been fantastic. Of course, sometimes changing a goalkeeper, you can kill the rhythm, but I would also want to see the second choice goalkeeper. In case maybe the first choice is gone to other teams, then you are prepared. You know what you have for the next season. Bring in some new players. This is the time. Show them, and they also have to enjoy playing at home. And it's good whilst the fans are watching, and you are actually grooming them. Yeah.
And now going into the second half of the teams are slowly coming back for the restart of this encounter. Your take and perspective of Cape United, your prediction going forward, what they need to do, the analysis, as well as what you expect from TelOne.
No, I've seen Cape United. They also need to be able to ensure that they are solid in the defense. We have seen a couple of obviously stray coming in and out, so they need to be able to maintain especially in the middle of the park how they're doing with obvious the view of creating chances and taking obviously advantage of any half chances that might come their way. But obviously they're in the driving seat.
And did your predictions changes in this regard? We've seen Cape United take the lead.
Well, listen. I'd say 1-0 for TelOne, so I'm literally out. Yeah. But I'm still hoping.
I'm giving you opportunity for corrections. We used to get that in high school.
2-1 TelOne.
And there you have it. Still maintains that TelOne and need to win this one. And of course, Cape United need to better. Justice, maintain 1-1. You're seeing TelOne coming back into this one to snatch a point.
Sure, I'm maintaining my 1-1. I'm impressed with the last few minutes for TelOne. They did very well going forward and got 2 chances. Maybe they can score if you give them another one. And of course, City End, it's the easiest goal to score.
There you go. The City End being the easiest goal to score. It looks like all the goals so far at Rufaro, if you analyze, they're coming from the City End. Well, let's go and find out for the second half as we cross back to Stanley Katsande together with Joe Nkani as they give us the second half of this exhilarating encounter at Rufaro Stadium.
Welcome back to the second 45, where Cape United went into half-time leading by 1-0. This time Cape United are now defending the City End and attacking the Mbare End, while that is the Wi-Fi boys rather are attacking that City End and defending the Mbare End. Matea Onga already in his goal. This is the side where the Cape United faithful sit. And this is why you see him waving to the crowd. They, of course, are talking to him. As we see now the Cape United contingent behind the Cape United goal. Not a very good crowd today. Maybe it's because it's a midweek. Most people are at work, and it's only a few of these people that you see here. Dumisani Mpofu, one of them. Part of the crowd watching the game here. A veteran defender who played for Cape United, and the national team, was used as a man marker during his playing days. One player who used to pose danger to the Zimbabwe national team was Angolan super striker Aqua Fabrice Aqua, and each time we play them, Dumisani Mpofu knew that he would be part of that particular team. So the referee, I think he has sorted himself out, looks at his watch. The referee is about to get us started here. Here they play. Blindly play to Kangwa. Kingsley Mleremba. Here is Bamusi, who's terrorizing the Wi-Fi boys from the right-hand side. Mureremba backwards again to Kangwa. Kangwa now to Murwira. Sinyangetere and Murwira exchanging passes. Now it comes to Chapusha. And Matea Unga will play it long. Headed on there. Caps United doing well to keep the ball under control. Here is Bunjira now. Setting up to bring it across. A chance here, but it's taken away. Again another one. And finally out of play. Go throw in to Caps United. Bunjira threatening and threatening. This time around, this is Zambezi. Cleared away. Picked up by Nyengetere. And Manondo chesting it down, trying to find Jayden Bakari. They were not on the same page.
I think that was a brilliant, good team play by Caps United. Remember, they exchanged passes from the kickoff, played back to all the way to the goalkeeper, and then they found their way out all the way into the TelOne half, and they exchanged passes, and it was a good move, team move by Caps United, which I think is something to marvel.
Certainly something to marvel about. And I must admit that, look, there was a period whereby it was very difficult to watch local football because the passes were always astray, but here's an effort here from the youngster there, Sahondo. And it's over the bar, no problem there. I was talking about the interplay that we now see in the Premier League. Although we don't have those mega stars, the Madinda Ndlovus, the Peter Ndlovus, Moses Chunga Sticks and Joel Shambo Sheckman, they're not there yet, but the level of interplay, in my view, is so good. The players are technically sound. They don't just kick the ball away, but even the defenders, you know, they do a lot of passing. Ball played into space, and Bamose gives up easily, in my view. He could have managed to keep that ball in play. He's the man who is tormenting the Wi-Fi boys from the left-hand side, and even some of their supporters at halftime were talking to us saying that they need to contain Bamuse and company on the left-hand side of attack for Caps United. The throw is taken. Kangwa, Kingsley loses possession. Ball played through. And again, Kangwa finding Bamusi, who plays it across field. It comes into the center once again, and Zambezi penalized in the center. And glad to say we are back with you again. Free kick. These fans are still waiting for something to happen. Will it happen the way they want? United still led 1-0. The last we heard from other centers is that Manica Diamonds were leading Yada by 2-0. That's in Mutare. Here's Bamusi now. Finding young Bunjira. Tried to bring in a cross, but thwarted at source. This looks like a throw-in.
Alan Chapinduka from TelOne having a torrid time from his MH boy, young Bunjira. It's a tussle for the generation. You know, they are pretty much of the same age, and they are players who would want to be finding their way into the senior national team. And of course, this is an afternoon where they get an opportunity to show us what stuff they are made of. But so far, young Bunjira having the better of Alan Chapinduka.
Corner taken there, not a very good one from Chinyangatere. Ball cleared away by Navaya. And Murwira penalized for bringing down the Wi-Fi boys player. This one is quickly played on the far side as they try to come through with Nyabinde Trust inside the area, but headed away as Brooke Kangwa does well to find Bamusi, who turns away from his marker looking for support. Kangwa is lurking on the far side. He finally finds him. Bruce Kangwa checks in field. Back to Bamusi. Lots of space for him. Zambezi now. Tujapusha. Burwira. United playing a very relaxed game here, as we said at the beginning. They are not under any pressure at all. And this ball runs into touch for a throw-in to be taken by the Wi-Fi boys. It's quickly taken. It comes down in the center. That was Kolisani Moyo. The Kangwa fighting for possession. Loses out. And picked up by the substitute. This is Chikopa Husha. Alan, a chance there. That was a glorious opportunity. Ball kept in play. Nobody home for the Wi-Fi boys. What a cross. What an opportunity. That has gone begging. Too many turns. And in the end, the cross is wild. But otherwise, that was a golden opportunity for the Wi-Fi boys to equalize. And this crowd can testify.
Certainly, this blue crowd would have wanted to see a goal out of that move for TelOne against Cape United. But at the end, we saw a disappointing cross coming from the far side. But look at the way TelOne exchanged a few passes when they threatened Cape United in that situation. They picked up the ball at the center of the park, and then a cross was sent in through. But there wasn't a good connection on the far side. Two players tried to play that ball, and they retrieved it on the far side. A cut in, found no takers, and of course, Rodwa Chinengetere dealt with that ball, giving relief to Cape United.
Throw in once again to TelOne. Navaya lays it short, comes back to and headed out of play. It should be a corner. Corner kick to the Wi-Fi boys, who are now looking very determined to find an equalizer. They are now looking for points. Here comes the cross, and it goes out of play. Cape United will take a throw in. And of course, it just shows that TelOne must be organized. But of course, the Cape United contingent of fans is happy with how it is panning out here. The referee calling on Admire Tumbuno for a few harsh words to make sure that it doesn't repeat it, because Jayden Bakare was at the end of the wrong end of that tackle. Free kick right on the halfway line. Murwira now in possession. He finds the goalkeeper, Matea Onga. Comes back to Murwira. Plays it high, trying to find Bamusi. It was too high, and he didn't have enough control over that. In the end, they restart the formula. Here is Berechena. On the far side, into the center here, Zumbuno picks up possession, lays it on the near side. Once again, they continue to exchange passes, and they're under pressure. Ngetere with a head injury. Zumbuno. And Ngetere gets a second foul after the first one. He's down, lying face injured. Just raised his hand to the bench to say, it's okay, I'm fine, I'll be able to carry on. This will be a free kick. This is how it happened. Before he could recover, he was impeded from behind.
Interestingly, where the player who is calling for attention because he's picked up a head injury, and the ball is sent to him, and he tries to play it in the process, and he's then harassed, and he concedes a free kick. So he then realized that in football, players will always give you those antics and tricks. They always try to play to their advantage.
Indeed. The clearance by Matea Unga goes to the wrong man, Maslela. Kangwa. Chinyangetere. Here is Kingsley Mreremba. Kunjira turns away from his marker, drifts towards the center, shaping up for a shot. I thought he was going to shoot. The two youngsters are exchanging passes inside the area, and this one Cleared away. Bamusi picks up possession. Turns back. Kangwa. Good left foot cross inside the area. Nobody home. And this one goes out of play for a corner. I think Zambezi was too far from the scene. He could have taken advantage and pressed the ball home, but playing as a defender, he didn't want to drift too far out of position. Changes taking place, Joe.
Oh yes, we see TelOne employing a double substitution there. We see Musa coming in as well as Sibanda, who is the second player who's going to come out. We haven't seen any player who's coming out. Okay, it's player number 15 for TelOne who is coming out. And that's Blessing Sibanda.
Yes, two changes made by TelOne. Well, looks like they would like to sharpen their attack here.
And
they now have 4 players in front of their team. Remember, handball. Finally now, the kick will be taken.
And TelOne seem not to be done yet. They still have one more substitute who they want to bring in.
Yes, I can see that they've got Lloyd Guerina ready to come on. They've made 2 changes, taking out Washington Navaya. Now, corner kick has been awarded. And of course, one of them, Masilela, has left the field of play. By my book, he looked like the most promising one, Kosiabo Masilela, but I'm sure the man knows what he's doing, and part of the crowd here at the home of football, the Theatre of Dreams in Zimbabwe. Commotion inside the penalty area, finally cleared away by Bakare. This is the Wi-Fi Boys captain, Mafrenyika. Nyagatere doesn't clear very well. Kangwa plays it backwards. And the Murwira makes sure it's safe with an emphatic clearance. Throw into the Wi-Fi Boys. 1-0 Caps United lead.
Yeah, we
confirmation of the substitution.
TelOne
goes off.
Yeah.
And in comes Lloyd Guerina. Yeah, and Kosiabo
replaced.
Comes off. And, let's see how they will shape this one. Mafrenyika with a long searching ball. And a good dummy there. As Bamusi plays it through. Finds Jaden Bakare, the goal scorer, who crosses the ball to the near side here looking for Bunjira. Bunjira goes down under challenge. Free kick. And Alan Chapinduka is certainly struggling to control young Bunjira. These fans are already calling for a red card for the young man. Well, not every tackle deserves a red card. Yeah. They must know that. It's an unfair tackle. Certainly, young Bunjira has been at the end of some nasty tackles because of his trickery. And in the end, he's being now attended to. I hope that it doesn't force him off the field of play. And this will take some time to sort out. Caps United to the core. Green shirt, white cap, green coat. It's actually a suit. You could only see the jacket, but that man, you can tell, is a Caps United Makepekepe to the core.
That's an expression of passion and being fanatic and expressing yourself even in the way you manage your wardrobe. Going into this particular match, you want to be known, you want to be seen, and you definitely show your allegiance. There's no questioning about that man's allegiance. He's really a Caps United fan.
Definitely a Caps United fan. Enjoying himself here. The team is leading by 1-0. They can always expect something from William Manondo. The cross comes inside the area. Good header to clear the danger. Bamusi goes out for it. Confirmation of the scoreline. Jaden Bakare, the goal scorer. Scored in the 12th minute, and that seems to have been a long time ago. We are deep into the second half. An hour played in this encounter, 30 minutes to go. Our veterans that have seen Cape United come into the Premier League since 1976. Well, I was still in high school. Maybe he was already a senior. Chance for Manondo. Mureremba cleared away. And here comes Bamusi. Good tackle as they come away with it now. Played along the ground, and the referee, the assistant referee on the far side, his flag is up.
I think that was a good call there. When the ball was threaded through by TelOne, the player came back from an offside position, and by the time he received the ball, of course, he was onside. But good call by the far side assistant referee. Definitely a fair call and an offside indeed.
Good going indeed, and there'll be movement on the Cape United bench out of your picture for now. Don't worry.
They are applauding the impending introduction of Ajida Syed Hassan, a young Cape United player who's getting ready to come onto the pitch by Coach Lloyd.
Yes, indeed, Cape United developing a taste of youngsters here. They've got Unjira, they've got Kingsley Mureremba. So in comes Hassan Saeed. You can tell that even by the way he fits into the uniform, just shows that he's a baby. He's a baby who started quite early. The shot comes in. The goalkeeper spills it. Dangerous. Again. And it comes back to Tsumbunu. The cross headed away by Mureremba. Here comes Jaden Bakare. Tightly monitored. And of course, and this one runs into touch. Moyo conceding the throw. It will be a throw into Cape United.
I think young Ison is coming in for William Manondo.
Yes, William Manondo. I think he was largely being played out of position. And he hands over the Zambed, as we see there, the replay of the opportunity wasted by the Wi-Fi boys. Matea Unga was still bellowing instructions. There are cheers for the youngster. Let's see what he will do. Saeed Hassan. This is his first touch. Here comes Jaden Bakare to Bamusi. Bamusi on the far side being helped out there by Kangwa. But Mureremba playing as a veteran. Saeed with his first pass. And the fans are cheering every move that he makes. Here comes Saeed. And he was cleaned out. Oh dear.
The young man bringing cheer to the stadium. The stadium has gone alight because of young Hassan Syed, who has just come in for Cape United. People loving every minute, every touch of the ball.
Jersey number 81. And these fans here are enjoying every minute. The youngster full of tricks. Let's take a look at it again. And he's already, look at that.
I mean, that was a good tackle, honestly.
He is lucky we don't have VAR.
Yes, that was a very good tackle. Yeah.
That was extremely dangerous.
And I'm sure the ref will want to come back to that and book the defender there. Yeah, that was Kolisani Moyo. Kolisani Moyo for TelOne. That was very unnecessary. And I'm sure the ref will want to come back to and deal with that situation.
He must have been furious with what the youngster was doing. Beating defenders so easily. Very easy. He knew that he was going to come at him. Just pushes the ball away.
He would have beaten the defender there. He tucked the ball in towards the corner flag, the corner line. and then they look at him rolling back onto the pitch so that he delays play and makes sure he gets physical attention from the medical team.
That confirmation of that scoreline,
Yes.
of the yellow card rather, and of course that tells you that the youngster is going through an academy where he's taught the goings, the nuts and bolts of the game. You don't, lie off the field of play because the game will continue without you.
Yes, agreed.
So
yeah.
He rolls back into
That
the
speaks
field
of a
play.
player
That's the-
who's concentrating. He knows how things work.
Yes, indeed. Now Murwira lines up to take the free kick. It's a dangerous position for the Wi-Fi boys here. Can Caps United make it 2-0? Or can the Wi-Fi boys defend their territory? He's already being harassed there by some
at
of
the
the
smile on his
senior
face.
players in the Wi-Fi boys group. Here it comes, but it's cleared away, out of danger. Caps United play the ball to the wrong end, and this one will go out of play.
Some Caps United fans enjoying themselves. They love what they are seeing. And the man of the moment is none other than Alan Said Ajida.
Yeah. Born in 2006, that puts him at a what? 18? Yeah, still under 20. And the ball is picked up on the far side. The cross won't come, and it's out of play. And the goal kick will come. And now Matea Onga takes his time to dispatch it as we take a second look at the opportunity that was nearly created there. Moza Frederick failed in the end, and now play will come. Bamusi collects it. This is Zambezi. Bakari tries to chase. He's too far ahead of him, and he gives up the chase. Long ball forward. And movement on the Caps United bench. And Simba Delroy Gunda. If he comes on, young Gunda, born in 2003, at least he's now 20. And this one runs into touch from the near side. Throw in taken. This one drops kindly for United. Good play by Mureremba, who looks tired now. Went down and started feeling his calves. He has run himself to a standstill. The youngster Kingsley Mureremba is such a bundle of energy. Some of the youngsters that are coming through the system. Yeah, only 19, will turn 20 next year. That is Mureremba. Here it comes. Here they come once again now with the Wi-Fi boys pushing and pushing. Can they get something out of this one? United tightly monitored, but Mureremba certainly is a player that we'll have to talk about. He has been everywhere. Zambezi can't beat his marker. Here they come once again now with Zumbunu. It is taken away. And Nyangetere goes down. And Nyangetere stayed down.
I think that's the moment
Just
Caps
feeling-
United get an opportunity to bring in their substitution.
Yes, indeed. And that's Nyangetere being hacked down after pushing the ball past an opponent. This is Phineas Bamusi coming to the near side touchline. Looks like he's going to be substituted And of course, there's also that's Simba Delroy Gunda. Confirmation of the substitution. Nyamapeka Tulani comes on for Nyengetere. Simba Delroy Gunda for Bamusi Phineas. Lloyd Chitembwe now showing Caps United that we are looking ahead. He now has about 5 youngsters on the field of play. Bunjira. Past one man. Kangwa. Gunda. This is Kingsley. To Zambezi, who does well get past his marker. Bunjira latches onto the pass, but then Zambezi was brought down. And I'm sure the ref will have a few words with the offending player, Sahondo Blessing of TelOne. Lucky that the ref is now in a good mood and doesn't want to flash his yellow cards late on in this encounter. 1-0, Caps United still in the lead. 19 minutes to go. Their coach seems to have Herbert Marua for Matana was man, and that shot over the bar, well taken by Gunda. And if it was a few inches lower, that could have given the goalkeeper Chris Berechena lots of problems, Joe.
Yeah, it would have, and it would have been a good introductory statement by young Gunda, who just came in a minute or so ago. It would have been a bold statement for him to say, Coach, yes, you kept me on the bench, but here I am. I can do something for you. I can score goals as well. But of course, fair attempt. It's just that the ball went too high over the bar.
Yes, a bit too high over the bar, but then the Wi-Fi boys are trying to work their way out. And the clearance is good. Bakare in possession, turns away from his marker. Bakare is all alone. He's big and strong, finds Bunjira, edge of the area. Oh. He was off balance. Punches himself. He realizes that I could have done a lot better. But somehow he lost his footing and played the ball wide. Chapusha does well. Kangwa went for this one. Taken down by Said. The crowd's favorite player, Bunjira, twists and turns. And in the end, Zumbunu manages to keep him under lock and key. And there is a Caps United player seated in the penalty box of the opponent. These fans certainly don't like what they see. Chitembwe had made a number of substitutions. As we see here, the work being done by young Bunjira and Said. But then the ball was moving. He must have taken his eye off the ball, and the connection was poor. Said, the popular guy. And I'm sure Lloyd Chitembwe will be using more youngsters in these final games of the season. They are not in danger of losing anything here. So the chance is there for youngsters to join in the fray. Bakare, the goal scorer, was injured, and I'm sure he'll be able to come back on the field of play given the way that he is trotting back into position towards the halfway line.
It seems he will continue with play.
That was Zambezi doing well. The chance now for the Wi-Fi boys. This one taken away by Mureremba. And Gunda won't get to it. Picked up in the middle of the park as they look for their captain, Mafia. It's another chance for the Wi-Fi boys to go forward. Clipped into the area. And of course, the goalkeeper would still have saved it, despite the fact that the concerned player was way offside. Mateaonga taking time to dispatch it. Ref says, let's go. This is Murwira. God knows. Clipping a long left footer straight out of play. And out of your picture, right at the bottom should be Bakare. Someone keeping some memories for future reference. But of course, you can all get it from us, ZBC TV, as we are recording this one live. Here it comes. Now the Wi-Fi boys looking interested. They must have had a look at the clock with less than 15 minutes to go. Moyo desperately clearing. This one taken down. They seem to have realized that the Cape United midfield was congested. Now they've also congested that particular area. Here's another cross, but well cleared by Murwira. This one to Bakare. Oh, lovely touch by Bakare. Just that he doesn't have a partner. Bakare looking to get past his marker. Doesn't do so. Zumbunu, will he help him out? No, he can't. But Bunjira's touch is hard and it goes out of play. For a throw in. Quickly taken. Comes back to Zumbunu, who is having a torrid time in keeping a tight rein on the movements of young Bunjira. Mreremba once again picking up possession. He's so sure-footed, this young boy. He has the vision. Kunda. And it's taken away. It comes back to the Wi-Fi boys who played through now. Good-looking chance for them with Guerina Lloyd. But first to arrive was Mateaonga and plays the ball into touch. Guerina into the center, but this is now United. Moyo hesitated. And Mateaonga well protected. Now he can take his time before dispatching the ball downfield. Clips it long. Only Bakare in attendance. Said can't get to it. Mreremba goes for a header, but loses out. Again, is taken away by Cape United, who are pressing high. Gunda and Bakare way offside, and that will be another set piece. According to near side assistant referee, you can see his flag is up. They come through once again, the Wi-Fi boys. But I'm sure they're beginning to lose belief now. 12 minutes to play. Still Cape United 1. TelOne 0. That would have been a beautiful touch had that come off, but then Murwira plays the ball into touch. Anyway, goals at this stage of the game, Joe, because if you continue to overplay in your own area, you might lose possession, and this man in your picture knows that very well.
Yeah, well, the coach knows that very well. So far, I think TelOne may do with a goal for themselves, but their lack of decision-making at the right moments is actually costing them. Otherwise, Cape United are playing out of, well, not in their best gear, but still, we've seen some threatening moments from TelOne, but they've suffered indecisiveness, and they've fluffed a number of chances in the process.
Yes, indeed, they have fluffed a number of chances. The cross comes in, but not a very good one. And they're just floating high balls in the area. And Mateaonga, with some catching practice, stays down until the referee gives him a look to say, let's get on with it. And he finally comes off, clips it forward. This one drops once. Bakare, such a hard-running player, big and strong, scored that goal a very long time ago. Then it comes to Said with a dummy. Mreremba back to Kangwa. It comes all the way to the near side here, Chapusha, chipping it forward. Zambezi has made an overlapping run, brings it down, nobody home. This will be taken by Sahondo as they come away now with Chikosha Hughes, but taken away. Caps United dominated the middle of the park with Mureremba outstanding in that department. Bamusi looked good on the wing before being hauled out in the second half by his coach. And Kunda is now learning, as these fans know very well, that when Cape United play like this, they normally pick all 3 points.
Yeah, well, they are guaranteed. Well, maybe not guaranteed, but at the moment they are sitting comfortable in the lead because TelOne are not threatening at all. They have the ball, they have the possession at times, but not making good use of the ball possession that they have. But at the same time, we see young Bunjira on the floor, on the deck there, probably with some pain that needs to be attended to. And the referee, of course, now running over to attend to young Bunjira, who's holding his ankle. We don't know if that will be any worse for the young player. You don't want to see a player coming off the pitch due to an injury. He's been harassed, of course, left, right, and center, more so by Alan Chapinduka from the TelOne TelOne left back, who has been giving him his dose of physical contact. And of course, the fans there, these are the junior players for the future. And some color there from Cape United. The clown making sure it's part of the spectacle at Rufaro Stadium.
And they normally bring their vegetables to the stadium, the green machine. Yes.
That speaks of the passion the fans
the
have.
passion runs deep into their DNA. And Bunjira has been ferried off the field of play so that he can receive further treatment. Ebert Marua, not so good on the road today. But of course, TelOne are safe from relegation. But of course, they would like to make sure they continue to steer clear of the murky waters of relegation by at least picking up a point. Whether they will be able to do that is anybody's guess. And you do know that your guess is as good as mine. Here's Mafirenyika, the captain.
And young Bunjira should be trotting back onto the pitch anytime.
Yes, indeed, and the header away there once again by Kingsley Mureremba. And I would have no hesitation in making him my man of the match. Kingsley Mureremba, he ran the show in the middle of the park, dominated everything, whether in defense or in attack, as the cross comes in once again. This is a good run by Sahondo. And in the end, it's out of play for a throw-in, much to the chagrin of the TelOne players and supporters. There aren't many of them here sitting in the Vietnam end of the stadium as we take a look again at the incident. Here he comes in. He has a touch. And, well, he managed to turn away. He was looking for that. And I think he made a meal of it, and the referee didn't like that meal. Here's Mureremba tightly monitoring the movements of his opponent.
That's Hughes Chikosha.
Chikosa. Said. Yeah, Said, of course, if he's going to play top-flight football, he needs a bit of bulking up so that he can compete for the 50-50 balls. Kangwa clears it downfield, out of play. Throw in to Cape United. Mafirenyika thought that it was his ball, but the ref is against him. 6 minutes left of play. Cape United still in the lead. Bruce Kangwa.
Yeah, I think fans on the far side are feeling
backwards.
that TelOne should have gotten that throw in their favor, but of course the referee awarded it to Cape United.
Cape United nearly playing themselves into trouble here. And finally, Zambezi does well to block the effort. Said has come to take the ball away from the opponent. And Mureremba playing like somebody who's been around for 20 years. The coolness, I can't believe it. This youngster has got nerves of steel inside his own box. Lovely stuff there coming from Bakare. If only he can improve on his decision making. And I was talking of Mreremba, he's already there chasing and harassing players.
Yes, I think
That's the sort of thing you need.
I agree with you, Stanley. Mureremba has been doing so well. He's been very industrious in the middle of the park for Cape United.
And United finally clearing under pressure. Bunjira coming in with a sliding tackle, plays that ball into touch. And Bunjira is down once again. The ref has got some stand talking to. I don't know why everyone is pointing fingers at Said.
Yeah.
Part of the TelOne contingent. And I'm glad to say Junior Bunjira is on his feet, and the fans are happy as well to see him get on with the game here.
Yeah, young Bunjira will need a good dose of massage after this game. I mean, he's like he's been to war out of this game. Yeah, he will definitely need some massage going after this game. It's been physical for him. He's tried to play his game, but of course, TelOne will not allow him any room to do what he wants. But otherwise, a talented player, a nimble-footed player, someone who's confident with the ball and can take on defenders anytime.
Oh, yes, indeed. There's a Moyo finds his goalkeeper, Verechena. Here is Zumbono. Drifting forward, approaching the halfway line. Being greeted there by Said, and he plays the ball forward. He ran too early. I think the Wi-Fi boys are a bit too anxious now to find an equalizer. Whatever it is that's happening between Said and the big fellow, I thought he would be wise enough to pick on someone his own size.
Yeah, not good for TelOne, the older player who should be actually, that's Kolisan Moyo, who is harassing Syed, and of course there was a few exchange of words there. And you don't want those kind of scenarios on a field of play. No, you are looking at a young boy who's just getting introduced.
Yes, Said! Oh, the idea was there, but the accuracy was terribly missing.
Yeah, execution was
we are drifting
not
into
what
the
he wanted.
88th minute. As TelOne continue to knock the ball around. Here's their captain, playing it into the middle of the park, finding Guerina. Here's another long run on the far side, going for the corner flag. He does well to get across. Here it comes into the area. Oh my goodness me. A penalty has been awarded to the Wi-Fi boys. The weight of pressure is finally told in a way. But can they get it into the back of the net, Joe?
Yes, they get an opportunity to get a goal from the spot kick. But of course, TelOne had been knocking and knocking, but it's all to do with their lack of, improper decision making or being indecisive in critical moments. So hopefully TelOne will get something out of this. But this penalty came through after exchange of passes between TelOne, and the cross was flighted into the Cape United box. And Cape United, they tried to play it smart by clearing it away, softly. But in the process, the ball ricochets onto the hand of a Cape United player, and the referee awarded a penalty kick to TelOne.
Well, out of the picture, Verechena, Chris, the goalkeeper, the Wi-Fi boys goalkeeper, is going across.
I think he's interested in taking that penalty.
I'm sure he is. He wants to take it, everyone. Well, he's been handed the match ball now. So Chris Verechena, as you see there, Zumbuno getting some water sprayed on him. It's been such a tough afternoon taking care of Junior Bunjira. That's Verechena. He knows exactly what to do. Being a goalkeeper, let's see if he can get the better of Matea Onga Tonderai.
And what a time to get a goal, Stanley, to equalize. They've been knocking and knocking. And of course, the official time, additional time being 3 minutes. And we'll wait to see if this is a timely equalizer or a timely miss for TelOne. We wait to see. But I think they will be justified to get a goal out of this game and get a point on the road, as more fans there sitting and watching. We don't know what side of the pitch, of the fence she is, hoping for a goal or hoping for a miss.
Yes, let's wait and see now. We're seeing some glum faces. Others were celebrating that they've got a penalty. Chris Berechena versus Tondirai Mateaunga. Can he find the equalizer for the Wi-Fi boys to make it 1-1? It certainly will be a good day at the office for Herbert Marua, who started giving instructions from the touchline the moment they started the second 45 minutes. Everybody is waiting with bated breath. And this is Chris Berechena, spotting it very carefully. He's giving the ball several touches before.
I think the longer this penalty kick is taken, the higher the tension. And of course, that may also compromise his chances of finding the net.
Yes, indeed. Pressure is on Chris Berechena. Mateaunga has got it all to do. Can he stop it? Berechena comes in and saved by the goalkeeper. Tondirai Mateaunga, what a dive, what a save. My goodness me. And the Cape United fans can celebrate. 2 minutes going of stoppage time. Chris Berechena makes the long walk back to his goal line. He took it well, I must admit,
Yes,
into the far post, and Tondirai Mateaunga guessed correctly and punched it over the line for a corner kick.
And
which
fans
has
are
now been
loving.
taken. And this is the chance again. A header. Mateaunga once again over the line to make it another corner. In a minute. TelOne are pushing and pushing, but Mateaunga is lying injured. Do you think he's trying to kill the momentum,
Yes.
or he's genuinely injured?
That will be my first thinking, to say he's trying to get the sting off the TelOne pressure and relieve himself of get himself some moments there to recover, and at the same time tone down the anger and the power and the pressure that is coming from TelOne. Yeah, but of course you can't rule out a genuine injury, but we understand in football, the football psychology, these are the moments where as a player you want to be smart, you want to focus, you want to concentrate and make the right decisions and hopefully frustrate the opponents. As we see the penalty kick coming there, it was well struck, a left footer, well struck, good height, but of course goalkeeper Mateaunga was equal to the task, parrying it away for a corner to TelOne. Good save by Mateaunga.
Brilliant save by Mateaunga. This could have won 3 points for Cape United, because they considered a penalty late on. And I'm sure this is the last act of the match here. We have played more than 93 minutes now. And of course, he's now counting the money. Long one in the area, punched away by Mateaunga. Kangwa makes sure Said was in the way. And finally, the referee, Lawrence Zimondi, close to end the match here at Rufaro Stadium. Victory for Cape United. Defeat for the Wi-Fi boys on the road. But they tried very hard indeed. They must be commended for effort. It's unfortunate Lady Luck was always looking the other way.
Yeah, Lady Luck was not smiling on TelOne. They traveled on the road. Of course, they didn't put up a bad show. They were in it in some instances. They just couldn't find the goal for themselves. Of course, there's no denying for the Cape United fans to be dancing in the terraces. But TelOne were not really outplayed. They were in the game. They just they lacked that killer instinct. They lacked that final ball. They lacked that final decision in the final third. But Cape United on their part, they played a comfortable game, a game that they played well, they managed it well, they controlled the game well, they exchanged passes here and there. But at the end of the day, it's Cape United begging the 3 points. But TelOne, of course, will be disappointed by missing that late penalty. In other words, one could say Cape United survived. Cape United maintained their 3 points. They could have dropped 2 points out of this game. but hard luck, tough luck to Herbert Mao and this team all the way from Gweru.
And here's the goal, of course, as Chingatere flighted the cross, headed in firmly by the big and strong Jaden Bakare. He did so well. And Nyangatere's kick was well measured. These are the Cape United players. Cape United players now going through what could have been. They have won it by 1-0. But I can see some animation there. That's
and there is the man of the moment.
yeah, man of the moment. As the penalty is about to be taken, as we will soon be going down to the pitch side with Valentine Mabugu, who of course will be talking to Lloyd Chitembwe and Herbert Marua.
The coach away the Indeed, a victory for Cape United for the Green Machine, and of course defeat for TelOne. The Wi-Fi boys themselves are still in the murky waters of relegation. They have to fight live to fight another day. And right now joining me is the victorious coach, Lloyd Chitembwe. And Lloyd, good victory. And we saw some exciting moments for Cape United when you introduced some youngsters. Could this be the season? Really, we know the championship is gone, but we saw you introduce some youngsters, much to the excitement of the fans.
Yeah, everything is done during the most important moments, and I thought this was the moment when we needed to also have an evaluation of what the boys can do in a pressurized environment. And yeah, happy with the application. Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the application. So yeah, I think that's the way to go. We'll try.
I was going to ask you about the overall assessment of the match itself. Which areas were you happy about, and what you think you can do going forward for Cape United going to the final game of the season?
I think in most areas we're dominant. You know, when we were out of possession and when we were in possession, I thought we were very, very dominant. I am sure what really missed out of our game was the intensity. We played very slowly. We did not play with much speed that we wanted to, and also decision making in certain key moments of the pitch we were making. But overall, I think it was a decent performance.
Congratulations, coach, and all the best as well. Okay, cheers. All right, that's the Cape United coach, Lloyd Chitembwe, telling us about his mission. Joining in now is the TelOne Wi-Fi boys. That is Herbert Marua, and of course, Herbert, tough luck. Missing a penalty in the last dying minutes. Of course, you might have wanted a draw, and lost your overall assessment of the game.
Yeah, we did not come to party.